Hi people, it's Ngan here. I'm passionate about sunscreen and skincare and I talk about it all the time in my channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can be the first one to watch my video. Also, go and follow my Instagram here where I post a lot about skincare stuff and monthly giveaway where you might be interested in. So today the topic that I'm gonna talk about, the menstrual cup. Again, if you watch my previous video about the menstrual cup, that I shared a story that first time I used menstrual cup, and I promised you guys that I would make a video about this to answer some most asked question around the menstrual cup. So here it comes. So let's get into it. First question is, how do you choose the size of your cup? So if you search online, there are a lot of information, mostly general information, that if you like under 30 and you haven't given any birth, like you haven't given any child via your vagina, like vaginal childbirth, okay, it's not the C-section, then you would choose the small cup of the brand. But if you have given a child or more than one child, then you might choose the large size of that brand. But there's a lot of brands and the size of they design is different. So how do you choose which brands was suitable to your vagina? So here what I found, and based on my experience, is I will measure my cervix floor. So how do I measure my cervix floor? Is I will use my fingers to measure it. So I will use the middle finger and make sure that I will wash it all clean, and then when I relax and I slowly insert my fingers to my vagina, and then to see if I reached the cervix floor by the first knuckle of my fingers. It means that it's around this, or it can go to here, but it will stay. It will not reach the second knuckle, okay? So it's around this area. Then you probably have a low cervix. And if you reach the second knuckle of your fingers, or around that, or more than that a bit, then you probably have a medium cervix. And if you place the entire fingers in your vaginas, and then you reach it, or you cannot reach it, then you probably have a high cervix. So I will measure my cervix floor when it's close to my menstruation. So when it's a couple of days before my menstruation happens, then because at that time the cervix will be at the lowest position, so I can measure it in a more accurate way. And also, when you reach your cervix, how do you know that it is your cervix? So your cervix can sometimes different shape, depends on the firm, and it depends on that month as well. It depends on people as well. So but it usually as the tips of the nose, a bit pointed, and then when you reach it, you try to like bend down, and then you're trying to find within your vaginal walls. So if you touch the vaginal walls, then you will know. And if if something is like pointed, it might be your cervix. So yeah, when you touched it, you will know that. Don't worry if the first time you cannot find, then you can wash your hands. The next time you can try the second time, the third time, and try to drink it before your menstruation. A couple of days. That will give you a better idea where your cervix is. And when you reach that, then you will take notes that, for example, if I reach at my second knuckle, like right here, okay, then I will take note, I will mark it, and then I will measure these size. Then I will see, okay, maybe it's around 7 centimeters. Yeah, then I will try to find like those cup which has like around the size like that. So after you measure your cervix and you know where your cervix is, then you will choose your menstrual cup. So here are some recommendations for low cervix. And if you have a medium cervix, you can choose most of the cups, except the high cervix cup, because sometimes it can be uncomfortable for you. You can try the low cervix types of cup. Usually the brands at the low cervix, they also have like different sizes, so you can choose from those brands also. And then for the high service, I would recommend here. I didn't remember all the names, so I'll just place here for you guys, okay? And the second most asked question is, can I use a menstrual cup when I'm still a virgin? The short answer is yes. The hymen is a very, very thin tissue at your vagina. It's just there. It's like not much things to do. When we grow up, our hymens are slowly stretched and slowly disappear before we even know that. Most of us, we cannot even see the hymen. Try and you tell me what you see, okay? You look at in your vagina in the mirror and trying to open that, and you tell me what you see. If you see a hymen there, even you haven't had any penetrative sex before, so you trying to do that and you tell me if you see that, because that is very thin. And often when we grow up, when we have period, then the hymen is like actually thinner and thinner, and it's actually like stretched and disappear by themselves, like to let the blood flow out of the vagina. It can stretch and tear by some other activities like with cycling, with climbing, trekking, or gymnastic, dancing, all kind of like sporting. It can also affect your hymen. There is one myth that when you first have sex, right, and then you feel like very painful, and you think that because the penis put into your vagina and it caused the hymen break. Actually, the hymen is not break, it's just tear, it's stretched out to make room for the object to come in. You feel pain because, you know, first time you might not have experience on that, and it's not wet enough, it's not enough foreplay, so it's actually like your muscle tighten, and it's not relaxed, and it's not in the mood, it's not ready for sexual intercourse, so that's why it will cause pains like that. But it is not your hymen mainly cause the pain. So same thing, I actually think if you're a virgin, or if you haven't had any sexual intercourse, you still can use it. There are some menstrual cup that is sized for teenager in the mini size. It is just very wearable, and you know, you can explore that. It's 2020. People using that is good for them, and we need to keep up with the pace. We cannot get behind everyone. So yeah, just update yourselves and trying that. If it doesn't work, then try another time. Of course, the first time, second time, third time fail is absolutely normal. I've been there, so we all fail at some point of time that before we can succeed. So don't worry, just go and try, have fun. The third most asked question is, can a menstrual cup stretch my vagina? So before answering that, let me ask you one question. Let's say you have sex every day in a year, 365 days in a year, right? Of course, the penis will, you know, double, triple, fourth time than the little cup. Okay, little tiny cup. Okay, take it out and see how this is the cup size. And do you think that this small cup size can stretch your vagina? You just use like 7 days, 10 days while you have sex every day, and the penis is way bigger than this tiny thing. Do you think that it is the problem that your vagina stretched? No, this is not. Honey, this is not. Okay, let me tell you, your vagina is designed as the muscular tube. So you try yourself, is you trying to put your fingers into your vagina, so maybe 1 or 2 fingers. When you put there, so your vagina will immediately make room for them to come in. You see that you will touch the walls of the vagina. Okay, you can see that, right? You can feel that. And when you take your fingers out, it will firm to the prior stage, so it will back to normal. It's not going to stretch your vagina. So the only 2 things that I think it will stretch your vagina over time is when you have children, when you giving birth by your vagina, baby will come out quite big, and then after that your vagina might not be at the normal shape before you haven't given birth. But I read that some women can go back to their prior stage before they having a baby, so it's also possible. The second reason is that when you age, when you reach 30, then our vagina will start to loose, or it will start to be inflexible. It's not as smooth and it's not as soft, or it's not as wet as we are like 20 something. It's exactly as our skin. From the age of our 25, then we'll start to drop 1% of our collagen production every year. So it's the same as the vagina, and it is completely normal. You can do some Kegel exercise to strengthen your vagina muscle, to hold on the cup better, and to strengthen your pelvis floor. It is a very, very good exercise for you, and prevent some like serious disease for your vagina, and will you build up the muscle of it. Next question is, can you pee or poop with the cup in? The answer is yes. And it depends. Usually you can pee with the cup in. It's okay. It's no big deal. And that's what I do it all the time. But when you poop, then you would need to see what kind of cup you're wearing. There are some cups that design it really impress your vagina. It's not going to pop out when you poop. I actually find a cup with a bell shape. I think it's like that. The cup with the bell shape will hold your vagina better. I'm not sure, but I personally I think that. But if I'm afraid that the cup might drop in the toilet, that will be very gross. Then I can just take it out and do my business, and whenever I'm done, then I can take it in again. That's easy for me. Depends on the cup that you're wearing. And if you think that the cup can hold at the vagina well, then yes, it's okay to poop. At what age can you start to use the menstrual cup? As soon as you have your first period in your life. I first had my period when I was 13 years old, and I had no idea about the menstrual cup, and didn't have internet back then, I think. We don't really like go to internet and search things. You guys now are pretty lucky. You guys can access all the stuff and information and technology everywhere. If you can start it now, yeah, of course, why not? It's a life-changing movement for you. Can I have sex while wearing a cup inside? Most of the cup's instruction wouldn't recommend you to do that, but you can use the soft cup or the disposable cup, because those cups are makes pretty soft, and I don't think it has the stem there, so it is very easy to move aside to let the object be in your vagina. But if you use the traditional cup, regular cup like this, I wouldn't recommend you to wear it when you have sex. Here's the tip that I will show you guys how to insert and take out the cup without any pain. So here I personally use the fold. I will use the punch down paw like this. I find it works best for me, for my vagina also. And you can try other different fold. Like I heard that the C fold, okay, the C fold, this fold, or the 7 number 4 like this, and there are other like couple fold, but I will use this one. Okay, it's like this. It has like the V shape. If you find that the cup is it's hard and it's not smooth enough, so you might want to to lubricate it by water or by some water-based gel. So I just used normal water to wet my hands, and then to wet the trim of the cup. When you put the cup right half in half out like this, you don't let go your hands, okay? You don't do that. It will make your vagina hurt, or will get the cup out again. So then you will need to hold it all the way, okay? Hold it all the way. If you find that your finger stuck here and cannot move, you try to slowly to put your fingers, pull it out like this, and at the same time push it in, and in the zigzag movement until it's in the vagina. Okay, when you wear the vagina, when you use the menstrual cup, I'm sorry, you don't need to put it too high and too deep into your vagina like when you use the tampon. Okay, so when you use the tampon, of course you put it high because it has the thin string for you to pull it in, to put it out. But for the cup, if the stump is that short, it is just be a distance from the vaginal opening, like 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter. It is okay. When you put the finger in one knuckle, then you can immediately like feel the cups already, feel the stump already, and this is enough for you to make you comfortable all day long, like wear without wearing anything. After you wear that, then you're trying to bend down and then to move your hip to see if the cup is completely open inside the vagina. When you take your cup out, you need to find the stump. So you need to find the stump. If the stump is getting not straight, so you need to adjust it to in the straight position where it's pointed directly to the vaginal opening. When you adjust it already, then you need to pinch it. You need to pinch the bottom of the cup again. Then you will move in the zigzag movement, and at the same time you will do some bearing movement that you need to push it down, yeah, like you're pooping or like you giving birth. Remember, don't let go your hand, okay? Just pinch it all the way until it come out, okay? And go do the zigzag movement like up and down or left and right. It is whatever you feel is more comfortable for you, then you do. It doesn't cause any pain actually. I am not lying. It is the experience that I've been trying using the cup. How do you cleanse your cup? So for me, I will use the vaginal wash to clean the cups. The one that I use is the Coriander Farm Bio because it's so free, it's fragrance free, it doesn't have any like extract or irritated essential oil, so it's very gentle and pH balanced. Please use the pH balance and use the fragrance free, okay? You don't want to put something that might be irritated into your vagina, okay? This is not for you to have fun, okay? So buy something with pH balance and no fragrance or no alcohol or no essential oils. Please just stay away from that. I in the like public toilet, I just pour it out from a small bottle like this, and then I can put it and then I will wash it, then I will reinsert it again. So it's very easy to use, and when I go home or I don't use it, then I can boil them. So I will actually take this way. It can be not good if you don't have anything to protect your cup, so I actually will put it in the container like this, and then I will put it inside the pot. Then I will let it boil to 1 to 2 minutes, and then I will take it out immediately. Please do not use baking soda. Please do not use any like dishwash or detergent or anything harsh chemicals into the cup. It is not good, and it just destroy your cup gradually. So yeah, please just stay away from those. Remember, before insert and take out your cup, please wash your hands to remove all the bacteria in your hands and also your fingers. Well, you will need to keep it clean before you insert it into your vagina. It can cause infection, so you will need to keep in mind and be aware of it all the time when you use the menstrual cup. You guys know how I love to use the menstrual cup so much because I think it is just one of the best ways to use when I have period. I just ditch all the tampon and the sanitary pads because the tampon caused my vagina dried so much, and it's just so terrible remembering the time that I use tampon, and also the sanitary pads as well. It is just not that hygiene. It always cause some like itchiness down there, and it's gross. It smells gross and things. It's just not the thing that I want. And since I switched it, so my vagina feels so healthy, and the smell is good. I mean, it's odorless. It doesn't smell that bad, or it does not cause itchiness down there to my butt or to my anus or to my vagina. It's also very cost saving. In a year, I will spend like 5 million, 6 million on tampon and pads and liners, and but as I used it, I just spend 500, 700, 800k Vietnam dong to buy that, and I can use that like 5 to 10 years already. It is very cost saving. And it's also very convenient, and the good thing is it's really sustainable and it's really environmental friendly that we can deny. We all know that every month we dispose how much of the tampons and the pads and the liners. It's just not good for the environment, and there's so many benefits of using the menstrual cup. And then I can swimming, I can use exercise, I just can feel anything. I forget about my period. I like, okay, it's just another day. This is really good. It's just clean and hygiene, and I love that, and I love that so much. And you know what? When I use the menstrual cup, then I'll be able to see the color of my blood, and I be able to smell it, keep up with my body tone, to know what's going on in my body, what is the color of the blood, what does it say about my body health, and if I have any problem with my body, how much I have in the cup. It also tell me that the heavy flow or medium flow or just light flow. Surprisingly, that my flow is actually very light and like light to medium. Back at the time that I used tampon and pads, I just like at the first or second day I changed it like after 2 or 3 hours, because I think that flow was too much at that time. But this little thing can contain a lot of blood in here, and yeah, I'll change it after 8 hours, 8 and 10 hours. You can leave it there for 8 to after 12 hours. Oh, forgot one thing. You know one thing that when you wear the menstrual cup is it actually can strengthen your vaginal muscle. Why? Because your vaginal muscle have to hold the menstrual cup. So it has to do some kind of exercise to hold the menstrual cup. And also when you put the cup out and insert the cup in, you might want to do some Kegel exercise first to help the vagina open better and to kind of wet the vagina, so it will be easy for you to put the cup in or take the cup out. Because of that, you actually help your vagina to do exercise, to make it work. Please, if you can, please go research about the Kegel exercise. It can help you to prevent some serious problem from your vagina. It can keep and remain the youth of your vagina. So it will help to hold the cup better, and it will strengthen. It will make your vagina healthier, and it can also a key for find pleasure in sex. Well, I think that's all the stuff that I want to share with you guys today. It's really a lot of stuff actually, and I hope that I don't give too much information to you guys. If anything that I missed out from the video, please let me know or comment below and ask me anything about that. I would love to discuss and answer you guys regarding this topic. And of course, I will see you guys in my next video. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask me, and follow my Instagram and subscribe to my channel so you can see my video. Alright, so I wish you have a healthy and glowy skin, and good luck using the menstrual cup. I love you guys.